What's up, world? It's the man Joe, aka Not Your Average Joe, the CEO of Graphene Strength, and today I am going to be showing you all some really effective back and bicep exercises. So make sure that you go follow me on all of my social media platforms, and it will be on the screen. So let's get right into the video. So right here, we're starting off with single arm rows, which works the back and your arms, specifically the biceps. With this exercise, I want you to make sure that you are standing about shoulder width apart. Bend over. As you bend over, make sure that you keep an arc in your back and keep your chest lifted. As you're coming up, make sure that you come up nice and slow to feel that contraction. And also, as you notice that I am also extending my arm nice and slow to make sure that I'm feeling the stretch before I come up into the contraction. To make sure that you are really feeling that contraction in your back, make sure that you slow down the movement. This is not a race. You slow down the movement to make sure that you are feeling it all in the muscles that you are working. Alright, and for this next exercise, these are called rear delt flies, and the rear delt is the back shoulder. And as you notice, before I get started with any of these exercises, you see me make sure that I have my foot placement right and I have my body position to make sure that I am not risking any type of injuries. I am doing the workouts nice and slow. With this workout, you want to bend over at the waist, and again, keep your feet about shoulder width apart. And when you come up to contract your rear delts, make sure that you are feeling that contraction in your shoulder blades before you come down. You don't have to try your best to squeeze it and injure yourself, but make sure that you are getting a nice contraction before you come back to the starting position. Here you see it from all angles. I have my butt poked out a little bit. I'm keeping an arch in my back, and also my chest is up. Make sure that you are breathing on the way up and exhaling on the way down. This next exercise is going to be called a concentration curl. Normally these are done either on a bench or either the edge of a chair, but if you don't have either or, you can just stand a little bit wider than shoulder width and just squat down. Place your elbow on the inner part of your thigh and just squeeze the dumbbells as hard as you can. It doesn't matter how light the dumbbells are. Squeeze the dumbbells as hard as you can and come up. Make sure that you feel a great contraction before you release the weights to come back down. Before you stretch the muscle back out, make sure that you feel a nice deep contraction. And also with the concentration curls, it's the same thing. Keep an arc in your back and also make sure that you keep your chest lifted. Alright, and this next exercise is going to be called a good morning. And normally these are done with a barbell. But since I'm outside and I don't have a barbell, I'm using these dumbbells, and I want you to do the same thing. Make sure that you have your feet about shoulder width apart, and as you bend over, make sure that you are keeping your chest up and a slight arc in your back. And as you've seen, I stepped in closer. You are gonna feel it more in the back of your legs doing it that way. So both ways are fine. Either way, you are working the back part of your legs and the lower portion of your back. So you can either stand about shoulder width apart or keep your legs closer in. And as you're getting ready to see right here, this is normally how it's done with a barbell, but of course the barbells are much longer. But as you see, I'm putting the weights on the upper part of my back there, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna bend over at the waist, keeping my back nice and straight and my chest up. And knees bent very slightly. Keep that core nice and tight. See, regardless if I have the weights in front of me or on my back, it is still the same motion. And you see, I'm doing it nice and slow. I'm making sure that I'm feeling every movement. I'm not trying to rush through it. I'm not trying to run away from the pain. I am trying to feel my muscles contract. And this next exercise, I'm sure almost everybody know this exercise here, which is a pull-up. And with these pull-ups, I want you to, these are gonna work your back and also your arms again, specifically your biceps, especially when you're doing them the way that I'm doing them here. As you see, I'm not leaning back or anything. I'm staying right under my arms, but normally if you want to work your back even more, make sure that you have a little gangster lean. Thank you for watching the video. I will definitely be seeing you all in the next videos. And go follow me on my social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you all in the next video.